everybody, and welcome to Hammerdown Motorsports. And as you can see, the exhaust system is done. And the reason that I got to park over at Westie's is, well, we're going to park at Andy's. So we're going to go over to Andy's shop, and I've got my Diablo Formula Racing shirt on. We've agreed to disagree about the Cooks versus the ARH exhaust, and we're going to go ahead and do the Cold Air Inductions intake on this car today. Okay everybody, we are at Diablo Formula Racing. You know what it's all about. It all starts with an intake, but just because I didn't want to go along with how that goes, I made sure I put long tube headers on and a full exhaust system before we did the cold air intake, so we can kind of switch it up a little bit. But today, we're gonna have our good buddy, Andy, putting in this beautiful Cold Air Inductions intake, and thank you to Cold Air Inductions for helping us out with this. And we're gonna get this thing put in and see what kind of power it makes.
It's gonna make like 10 to the crank, which is like 3 to the wheels, give or take 20.
I didn't even know I had that much to begin with.
All right, the first thing we're gonna do is wrap this fender, because we are gonna be working on this side of the vehicle. Bump, 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 bump. As you guys know from previous videos and all the other stuff that we do here at the shop, we actually use just this really cheap saran wrap. You can buy this at your local stores. It's really cheap, and it works really well.
Okay, as you can see, Andy already ripped everything out of the box, and the instructions I think are somewhere over by Max. And
we don't mess around here, man.
That's right. We're gonna figure this thing out on our own, like men.
So if there's any single ladies on Hammerdown Motorsports that's really hot, you know, I'm available, guys, so let me know.
He said he's available, guys.
Shit, wrong. Don't put that in there.
He did say that.
I did say that. I wasn't meaning that, though.
Is that like almost like a throttle body spacer?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Huh.
Pretty neat idea.
Yeah. Is that just straight through, or does that have a helix or something like that?
Just has a little helix on the bottom of it.
Okay, so it's, yeah, it's almost like just like the helix power towers you used to buy, or
yeah, I guess.
Powerade spacers. So one thing that is really cool about the Cold Air Inductions Cold Air intake is this guy right here, which actually gives you a little bit of a helix behind your throttle body and kind of gives you that more of a vortex effect with your airflow going into your intake. So this is actually a thing that I used to have to put on my vehicles after I bought my intake, and usually they'd cost somewhere around 150 bucks. So the fact that they put that in the kit is really nice.
will say, their kits are really like nice to put on. Not gonna lie. They do make it extremely simple.
So the fact that it has that little window on the top, does that kind of eliminate the need for like a dry filter?
Nah, this is a dry filter actually, so.
I mean like the little dry filter sock that you basically put over top.
You really don't need them regardless, honestly.
Right.
I think the window itself is just, you know, a nice little show piece basically.
Well, it's lots of people. I mean, a lot of people are on the fence. The intakes have gotten so good out there, you know, from different brands. So competition's tight. So if you build a good product, people will come and buy it.
Isn't that the truth? Obviously, we showed people what this thing really puts out, horsepower wise, on just a stock setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's pretty impressive in my eyes.
Well, I'm excited to see how this thing handles with this now.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a lot different.
She's lighting the tires up a lot more now with the exhaust system. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I tell you what, they do make a hell of an intake. They really do. I mean, they make it look so professional.
Yeah, that's exactly what everybody wants.
It just looks so nice and like clean, you know, like.
Yeah, you want something they took
like
the
it's
time.
meant, like it came from factory like that.
Okay, we got it all installed here. It's got the nice plexiglass window on the top. You can see your filter, see if it's getting dirty or anything like that. It's got the heat insulation inside the box to make sure you're not getting the hot air blown into your engine. And really, this thing is something that you would expect to be on a car like this. You'd think that maybe even a factory would have something like this, but you know what? Obviously, usually you have to go to the aftermarket to get the care and detail from a company like Cold Air Inductions to get a system like this. So definitely recommend this for anybody with an LT4 engines. They make all kinds of intakes for every different make and model, so definitely check them out. I'll have their information in the description.
Go ahead and start her up there, Mr. Steve. Oh, snap. Give her a rip. There we go. What do you think there, buddy? You like it? All right, sounds good.
Andy. Sounds like America.
Get to work, Max.
All right, we got the Cold Air Inductions intake installed on the Camaro SS. The exhaust is all done. Now we're just ready to do the tune. Our good friend Andy is gonna do a nice street tune for this thing, so we can get it over to GM Nationals at Carlisle tomorrow. So if you're over in the Carlisle area or you're checking out the show, definitely come by and say hi, and we'll have the car there, and maybe we'll give you a start up and you can check it all out. So if you like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and keep that hammer down. So we're going for a ride with my new buddy Nick in his awesome 2017 Z06 because we have a common problem. HP Tuners has not yet, as of this minute, been able to get a tune for the 17 LTs. So he was working on it. Hopefully we'll have this resolved today and we'll be able to get tunes for our vehicles and be all good to go.